Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Top Boss Syndicate Football Picks. This is the channel dedicated to making you money betting pro football. We keep it simple. It's very easy. You like and subscribe to this channel, and what you get in return is doubling your money every single week. What we do is we start in week one with $100 and we bet that $100 and we look to double that bet every single week. We have won in week one and week two, and we are in week three with a $400 bet. We are looking to double that up, and at the end of 18 weeks, that $100 could potentially turn into $26 million. That's our goal, so let's go for it. Week three, what we have as our best bet. That is the one bet that we are looking to win. We have 16 games on the schedule, and we're trying to find the best bet possible in order to double up. Each and every week that gets a little bit harder. In week three, the public and the bookmakers are getting closer and closer together, and each week it gets a little more difficult to find an edge in a certain football game. We do not make a bet unless we have an edge. So this week, what we're going to be doing on our best bet is taking a two-team money line parlay. That money line parlay is going to be the Arizona Cardinals at Jacksonville, and we're going to be taking Tennessee at home against the Colts. We are going to be placing a $400 bet on a two-team money line parlay. That is the bet that I will be making this week, and I encourage you to do the same. Arizona Cardinals at Jacksonville. The edge in this game is this. Jacksonville's strengths are on defense, and what they do pretty well is stop the run and pressure the quarterback. Now, stopping the run is not going to help this week for Jaguars because Arizona is not interested in running the football. Jacksonville's pressure that they put on the quarterback is actually going to turn into a weakness for them because pressuring Kyle Murray only turns into a quarterback scramble that usually finds a wide receiver open downfield because the defender could not cover that wide receiver for too long. That's usually what happens, and that's what's going to happen this week. As a bonus, Arizona Cardinals defense puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback. In week one, they had 5 sacks at Tennessee. They'll be looking to put pressure on the rookie Trevor Lawrence. He will probably make mistakes, throw some interceptions, and maybe even turn into some defensive points for us. We are not going to be giving up points in this game. We are simply looking to win it straight up. That should not be a problem. The second game, we're going to be taking the Tennessee Titans at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts are banged up on offense. Carson Wentz is questionable this week, and it really doesn't matter to me whether he plays or not. To me, it's the same result. They do not have the strength at wide receiver to be able to keep up with above average football teams, which is what Tennessee is. They are definitely above average. They lost in week one to the Cardinals. They needed to win on the road in week two in Seattle to avoid going 0-2, which we all know you do not want to do that in the NFL. They came through with a huge victory in Seattle. In fact, they even fell behind in that game and still wound up winning that game outright. That was huge. Now they come home. They're looking to avenge their home opening loss. They need a win, and it just happens to be against the division rival who is hurting right now on offense. A 2-1 record overall, and a 1-0 record against the division puts them right back on track. There will not be a letdown in this game. They will be prepared, and they will not take any chances, and they will put away the Colts. That is our best bet. That is the bet we're looking to double up on. 2-team parlay on the money line. Arizona on the road at Jacksonville, and Tennessee at home against the Colts. Now, what we also like to do here at Top Boss Syndicate is take advantage of our value bets. A value bet is a game that I like that has some value, some chance of winning, where we've found an edge in that game. If we don't bet it, in my opinion, if we have a game that has some value and we don't bet it, to me that's losing money, that's leaving money on the table. Last week we had 4 value bets. We ended up going 3-1. What I like to do is I look to go worst case scenario, 500 average. So for instance, this week I have 2 value bets. 500 would be going 1-1. Anyway, those value bets are, we're going to take Arizona again, but this time we're going to be giving up the 7 points. To me, that has some value. I expect Arizona to win this game by at least 10, and that is why we're taking that. Again, we've already covered the edge in that game. The net, we're going to be giving up points on the point spread, -7 on that game. I'm going to be betting 10% of my bankroll on these value bets. So I'm going to be putting $22 on the Cardinals. My next bet is another $22 bet, and this one is going to be on Philadelphia and Dallas over 55 points. Let me double check that. Over 52 points. However, if Amari Cooper does not end up playing in that game, which I think he will, but if he doesn't play in that game, I won't be betting that. And you can take that bet all the way up to kickoff. The point total isn't going to change very much, even if he doesn't wind up playing. Look for Amari Cooper to play. If he plays, take the over in the Dallas-Philadelphia game. Finally, what we like to do here is have a little bit of fun, and we take multiple parlay teams to try to hit a long shot win. We try to turn $5 bet into a couple $100 at least. So that bet this week is going to be an 8-team parlay for $5. We're going to be taking Arizona on the money line, Tennessee on the money line, Baltimore on the money line, Buffalo on the money line. We're going to be taking the Dallas-Philadelphia over 52 on the total. We're going to be taking that regardless of who plays. We're going to be taking San Francisco on the money line, Atlanta as a live dog on the money line. I think Atlanta, possible shot of winning that game against the New York Giants. I don't think that's asking too much, so we'll take a shot there. And finally, we're going to be taking Philadelphia on the money line. They're a +180 in Dallas. I think there's a shot that Philadelphia could win that game. They look really, really good on offense. They do have some defensive injuries, which is why we're taking the total. But I really think we have a shot going in there and covering that. So that's a long shot, 8-teamer for $5. It's worth a chance taking. We usually hit a few of those every year. Now, usually our 8-team parlays end up paying for $5, end up paying around $400 to $600. This one's a little low, but there's not a lot of games that I like this week. So we simplify it and we're not going crazy with too many bets. So thank you for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe button. We are going to grow this channel. This is the year that I learn how to do this thing on YouTube. I don't, as much time as I spend on looking for football bets, it doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to make this channel fancy. So right now I'm just looking to get on record as far as football picks go. Hopefully you'll find this channel and you'll share it. This is the place where we win. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you for week 4, where we will be doubling up our $800. It's simple. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, people.